Welcome to studyhoy.pk and subscribe keeping contact for more videos and lectures. Today I am going to start our next lecture, lecture 8 of Medical Physiology chapter Heart. Interpretation of ECG part 3. In last lecture, in part 2, I have explained in detail the QRS vector potential of our heart, arteria, ventricles, our bipolar limb leads, their working when our bipolar limb leads record positive potential, negative potential, and what is the magnitude that can be recorded by any lead. Today I am going to explain in detail our chest leads and their significance. I just want to later revise our previous lecture. In previous lecture I explained in detail that this is our heart and this is the fluid around our heart, and the fluid that is present on the right side of the heart is mostly in negative potential because depolarization waves started from SA node which is present on the right lateral wall of right atrium. That's why the fluid that is present on the right side of the heart is mostly in negative potential, and this negative potential is also spreading into the right arm, whereas the fluid that is present on the left side of the heart is sometimes in positive, and when arteries are completely depolarized then they will negative. It is sometimes positive, sometimes negative. When arterial muscles are completely depolarized, when then it is negative and ventricles start depolarizing. And when only right atrium is in depolarized form, our action potential is just initiated from the SA node that is present on the lateral posterior wall of right atrium, then it is in positive potential. So it may be positive in some conditions as in negative in some conditions according to the action potential, whereas the apex of our left and right ventricle mostly remain positive, and the fluid around the apex during most of the time of spreading of depolarization wave, because this region depolarized at the last, it remain positive, and the fluid around it is mostly also remain positive, and this positive potential also spread to our left leg. And I have explained you lead 1 is connected to the right arm, negative terminal of lead 1 is connected to right arm, whereas the positive terminal is connected with the left arm. In short, we connected the lead 1 with the fluid around right side of the heart and with the fluid around the left side of the heart. In short, I have explained in detail. This is the negative terminal of the fluid of the lead 1, this is the positive terminal, and we join both each other. This is a horizontal line joining the negative and positive terminal, where this is the QRS vector spreading of the our this QRS vector shows that its tail means that there if this area is negative charge of the heart or this area of the heart is depolarized, whereas this area is still in polarized form, then we can draw QRS vector in this direction. Arrowhead shows the positive region of the heart and the tail shows the negative region of the heart. And by drawing the projection on this axis that joins the two electrode limbs of our lead 1, we can calculate that whether our electrocardiograph records positive, as this arrowhead is towards the positive electrode. It means that the recording of our QRS will be in positive direction. If in some cases abnormalities that we will discuss in our coming lectures, the QRS vector is in this direction. As a result, the projection that made on lead 1, this is negative electrode, positive. This is the projection. In this case, the resultant horizontal axis, the magnitude that this QRS vector made on our lead 1 or the voltage that is recorded by lead 1 is its arrowhead is pointing towards the negative terminal. It means that the recording that our electrocardiograph records in this case will be towards our positive side, like here. So this is a simple lecture that I'm just want to revise. Today's lecture is about chest leads, whereas lead 2 arrangement I have explained in detail. I do not want to waste your time again. I just want to show you what really happens or what we have discussed in our previous lecture. The first thing that I have also explained in previous lecture about chest leads is that they are unipolar leads because their negative terminal is common for all the leads. Only the positive terminal determine whether the deflection of the electrode meter is in positive side or in left negative side. Negative terminal we have made common for all the chest leads. Who we make negative terminals common or approximately 0 so that it does not affect the electrocardiography or the potential that is recorded by our electrocardiograph is only dependent on our positive lead. That's why we also call chest leads as unipolar leads, and its negative terminal is made such that is modified in such a way that it remain common for all the leads. There are 6 chest leads which we also call precordial leads: V1, V2, V3, V4, V5 and V6, and its negative terminal is made 0. And how we modify negative terminal, I will explain it. And its positive terminal is connected to the region of the heart. If this positive terminal, we connect positive terminal to the region of the heart that is in negative or depolarized form, then the deflection will be in the negative side. If this positive terminal is connected to the region of the heart that is in positive potential, just assume if we connect the positive terminal of the chest lead with this side, then the recording will be towards the positive terminal. So only the positive terminal of chest leads will determine whether the deflection is in towards the negative side or towards the positive side. If we connect the positive terminal to the region of the heart muscle which is in depolarized form, when the deflection will be towards the negative side, as you can see. And if the deflection is towards the negative side, then the recording that is recorded by our chest leads will be more in the negative side of our cardiography. Whereas if the deflection is towards the positive side, then the recording that records by our lead will be much more in positive side as compared to negative side. So this is the basic concept how our chest leads work. Second important difference between the chest leads and unipolar bipolar limb leads is that chest leads are placed directly over the heart. We placed on our chest. Chest means our chest. We placed here, here. So they are directly placed on our chest, whereas the limb leads are connected to the limbs. So the voltage that is recorded by the chest leads in most normal cases is much more as compared to the voltage that is recorded by our limb leads. And the most important thing that you must remember is that negative terminal is made 0 or common or remain constant for all the leads. It is the only positive terminal that will tell us whether the recording that is recorded by our ECG, our lead, is in positive direction or negative direction. If this positive terminal is connected to the region of the heart that is depolarized form, that is in depolarized form, or that carries negative charges, then the deflection will be towards the negative side of the electrode. As why it will be in negative direction, I have explained in detail in our lecture 4, lecture 5 in previous lectures. I do not want to waste time. If this positive terminal is connected with the region of the heart that is positively charged, like mostly apex of the heart ventricle remain in positive form in during most of the time. If this positive is connected to the apex or near to the apex or the region that is near to the apex, if we connect the positive terminal to the fluid here, as we know that the potential that is present on the apex is positive, and this potential also transfer to the fluid around our heart and also transfer to our leg. So this is the only positive terminal that determine whether the electrocardiography is in positive or negative direction. Now I am going to show you how negative terminal is modified in such a way that it remain common for all the leads, and how it can be 0 in some cases and has some voltage that remain constant for all the chest leads or chest electrodes. As I have explained in previous lecture, This side of the heart is mostly in repolarized form. This in some cases in polarized form and in some cases in depolarized form. This in most of the cases our duration of spreading of the depolarized wave remain positive. The area around the fluid forms a triangle. Negative, this negative, here positive or negative, and this area that a fluid around the apex of the heart negative, positive. So the fluids around the heart form the triangle that we call Enthoven's triangle. This is the negative terminal of Enthoven's triangle. This is another terminal that is connected with the left arm. This is connected with right arm. This is the fluid or region or area of the heart around the heart that is remain mostly in positive cases. This is connected with our left leg. And this is Enthoven triangle, and whose center mostly remain approximately zero. As you know that according to Gauss law, if all the positive and negative charges are present around our heart sphere, as a result, center, what will happen to the center? The center will be zero. There will be zero potential at the center. In Enthoven's triangle, it may be zero, maybe not. But who we make this negative terminal as a common, or this negative electrode terminal of the electrode is also called indifferent electrode, because it does not participate in recording or determination of ECG by our chest leads. We made it common for all the leads by connecting in such a way, by modifying it in such a way that it is connected with our left arm or the fluids around left arm and right arm and left leg. So this is I am going to modify, show you how negative terminal makes common. This is the wire that is connected with negative terminal. Its one end is connected with our right arm, as you can see. Its one end is connected with our left leg, and the third end is connected with the left arm, and all these are connected to the high voltage, resistance, high ohm resistors. In this way we modify the negative electrode, and this arrangement is called Wilson central terminal, in which we connect the negative electrode of our chest leads with all the limbs, right arm, left leg, through the high resistors. In short, we are connecting this negative electrode, negative terminal through high resistance with this side, with right arm, and one is also connected with the left leg. In short, we are connecting this negative electrode with the three terminals of Enthoven's triangle. As a result, whose center is approximately zero, which is also called Wilson central terminal. That's why we make it common for all the chest leads. It does not involve in or does not participate in recording or showing or modifying the deflection, or whether our electrocardiographic recording paper will record positive or negative. Only positive terminal is free and has a major role in recording on our electrocardiographic recording paper. The value of Wilson central terminal can be determined by taking the average of potential of right arm, left leg divided by 3. This value gives the common value of our indifferent electrode, Wilson's common terminal or negative electrode. So this negative electrode is make indifferent electrode as by connecting through high resistance to the three terminals of Enthoven's triangle that is formed around our heart by the fluids that whether in some cases carry negative potential and in some cases carry positive potential. Different fluids, different potential. One very important feature of our chest lead or precordial lead is that we place them on our chest directly over the heart. If this is the position of our heart in our chest, this is the position of our heart on our chest, and these are our ribs, rib 1 2, and the space between the rib 1 and rib 2 is called intercostal space. First intercostal space, second intercostal, and between the third and the fourth is called third intercostal, and between fourth and fifth is called fourth intercostal space. This is the fourth intercostal space, and these spaces help you in placement of our different types of chest leads. Like V1, we place the V1 on the right side of, this is the sternum, this is manubrium, our frontal chest bone, and I'm going to show you how we place different types of bones or different types of chest leads here. Here is our electrode or lead 1, unipolar chest V1. As its negative electrode or negative terminal is remain common, Wilson's central terminal is connected to the all the limbs, whereas only positive terminal will determine whether will our recording paper of electrocardiography will record positive and how much it can and what type of deflection will be shown by our heart. So this is the positive terminal. We connect the this with the fourth intercostal space. Here we place the lead V1 on the right side of the manubrium, just on the right side here. This is the placement of V1. Whereas V2, we place the V2, the positive terminal of V2 is connected here. We place V2 just on the left side here of the fourth intercostal space. Whereas V4, the V4 is placed on the fifth intercostal space. This is the fifth intercostal space that is present between the fifth and the sixth rib. Whereas the V3 is placed between the V2 and V4. This is the location of V3. The location of our heart is a little above, not below, like here. So this is the location of V3 between V2, this is V2, this is V2, that is on the right side of the sternum is V1, whereas between the V2 and V4 is V3. Likewise, we have placed V5 on our anterior auxiliary line just lateral to V4, V5 and V6 just around the mid auxiliary line or posterior auxiliary line. So this is the simple arrangement of 3, 6 bipolar, not bipolar, unipolar chest leads or precordial leads. If this is our sternum and this is fourth intercostal space, we place V1 just right to this sternum. This is the location of V1. Whereas V2 is placed in the fourth intercostal space just left side of this sternum. Whereas V4, first you must know that where you have to place V4. V4 is being placed on mid auxiliary line, mid clavicle line. As you know, this is your clavicle, and mid clavicle line is drawn just perpendicular to this. So V4 is placed in fifth intercostal space just in the area of mid clavicular line. This is the fifth intercostal space, and the V3 is placed between the V2, this is V2, and this is V4 that has been placed in fifth intercostal space on the direction or line of mid clavicle line. Whereas we place V3 between V2 and V4. This is V4. Whereas we have placed V5 just horizontal to V4 on our another line called left anterior auxiliary line. Here we place V5, whereas V6 is placed on the mid auxiliary line. As you know that in our body consists of anterior auxiliary line on the anterior fold of axilla and posterior auxiliary line on the posterior fold of axilla, and between the anterior and posterior there is an other line called mid axillary line. V6 is placed on the mid axillary line that you have to read or you will read in anatomy on your chapter of axilla. What is anterior auxiliary line, posterior auxiliary line and mid auxiliary line. So this is the arrangement of V1, V2, V3, V4 and V5. These are called 6 chest leads or precordial leads. And in all these leads, negative terminal is just connected to the Wilson center terminal or made it in different electrode. Only positive terminal is connected at the right side just to make V1. In make V1 positive terminal is connected right side of the sternum. In V2 this positive terminal is connected to the just left side of the sternum on fourth intercostal space. In case of making it V3, we just connect this positive terminal to the space between the V4 and V2. Whereas if we want to make it this is V4, we place it on the mid clavicle line on the fifth intercostal space. Whereas if you want to make this electrode as V5, we place or connect the positive terminal at the mid, not mid, and left anterior auxiliary line. Whereas if you want to convert this electrode as V6, you have to place the positive terminal or connect at the mid auxiliary line just horizontal to V5. So this is a simple arrangement. Only one electrode can be converted into V1, V2, V3. Just depend on the placement of positive electrode. And negative electrode is common for all. This is electrocardiography. Here is V1. You must think that why V1 is showing or deflecting towards the negative side. If this is horizontal, why V1 giving us an image that is, or why QRS of V1 is deflecting towards the downward direction, whereas V2 is also deflected in downward direction, whereas V3 in normal cases does not deflected. This is abnormal, whereas in normal cases V3 is half in upward direction and half in downward direction, whereas V4 is always in positive, V5 is also in positive. As you can see, V6 is also in positive. And you must know why V1 and V2 in all normal electrocardiography, why they are showing negative deflection, or why the QRS is deflecting towards the negative side. Because if this is the location of our heart in the chest cavity, we placed our V1 just right to the sternum in such a way that we placed V1 here. Just this is the location of V1, whereas we placed V2 just on this here on the basis. And we know that in normal conditions this area of ventricle is in depolarized form, having negative charges on the outer membrane of cardiac muscle, as this area is in negative direction and this is the apex, and we place V3 here. V3 is placed between the area that I want to elaborate this concept. Here is a picture and this is the basis of our right and left ventricle. As we know that this depolarizes first, or in most cases this interventricular septum first depolarized when this depolarization wave also spread, whereas this is the pex that depolarized at the last, and in most cases of QRS complex it remains positive. But according to our placement, as we have placed our V1 just here, here we placed V1, whereas we placed V2 here. This is the placement of V2, and as I have explained you in detail, when our electrode's positive terminal is connected with the region of any heart muscle, and the region to which this positive terminal is connected is in negative potential or is depolarized form, then the potential that will be recorded by our electrode will be deflected in negative direction. That's why in normal conditions, as we have placed V1 on this side or near this side, that's why V1 and V2 mostly records negative, or on recording paper the QRS complex of V1 and V2 is deflected much more in the negative as compared to in positive direction, in this direction. So this is the reason. If someone asks you why V1 and V2 show negative deflection much more as compared to positive, because their QRS complex is in negative direction, because their terminal is connected to the region of the heart that is near to the base of the ventricles. As a result, as the ventricles are here are the arteria and they are near to this region, they are mostly in depolarized form during the initiation of QRS complex. That's why they record negative or deflective towards the QRS complex. Their QRS complex is deflected to the negative on the electrocardiography recording paper. Whereas we place V3 here approximately, and V3 is between the depolarized and polarized area. That's why their recording in normal cases is half positive and half negative. Whereas we place V4 here, and V4 is much more near to positive area of the heart as compared to the negative area. That's why V4 record much more positive than the negative, whereas V5 records more positive as compared to V4. So you must know what is the normal conditions and what is the normal electrocardiographic arrangements of our QRS complexes and P waves that is recorded by V1, V2, V3, V4. And this is a basic concept. And negative terminal of all these chest or precordial electrodes remain same. Only positive terminal determines whether the electrocardiographic arrangement of QRS complex and P wave is in positive direction or negative direction. And when this positive terminal is connected to the region of the cardiac muscle that is in depolarized form, then it will be deflected towards the negative side. If this positive terminal is connected to the region of the heart that is positively charged or in polarized form, then it will be deflected towards the positive side or positive terminal of the electrode. This is the basic concept behind the working of our chest leads or precordial leads. I hope you have understand what is Wilson central terminal, how you can calculate by taking the average, how we make negative terminal as in different electrode by connecting it to the right arm, and further it is connected to the left leg. It is also connected to the third limb called right arm, and it is connected to all the limb through high voltage, high resistors, and it is common or almost zero. We can calculate its value by taking the average of potentials of right arm, left leg, or potential of right arm plus potential of left arm plus potential of left leg divided by 3, taking the average. I also explain you in detail how we place V1, V2, V3, V4, V5 on our heart. Like V1 placed on the right side of the sternum in fourth intercostal space. V2 is placed on the left side of the sternum in the fourth intercostal space, whereas V4 is placed on the mid clavicular line just in the fifth intercostal space, whereas V3 is placed between the V2 and V4, and whereas V5 is placed just horizontal to V4 but on the anterior auxiliary line, whereas V6 is placed on the mid auxiliary line. This is the arrangement, and I also explain you in detail that why V1 and V2 of our precordial leads record on recording paper their QRS complex is deflected in negative direction because their positive terminal is joined to the region of the heart which is in depolarized form, and why V3 records half positive half negative. So this half positive half negative does not means that our heart is not functioning properly. Our heart is functioning properly, but if these are changed, if V1 is recording positive, then you can interpret that there is a problem in the heart, whereas in normal cases V1 records in negative direction. If in some cases this is recording in positive direction, then there is a problem. So normal arrangement, you must know what is the normal sequence of recording of V1, V2, V3. If you not know what is the normal sequence or normal recording of QRS complexes of ventricles and arteria that is recorded by our bipolar limb leads or chest leads, how you can understand what are about abnormalities that may be produced in our heart. So you must know the placement of chest leads, their working. Hope you best of luck. Like, subscribe. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.